I'm having a hard time concentrating on saying what I want to say. Because of my fucking neighbors. It's kind of irritating when you have neighbors re-shingling their house and your window is right across from them and you can see the workers and they can stare into your bedroom window and all they do is make noise. I showed you guys all what, all this stupid construction looks like. That would involve me opening my blinds and actually, I'm closing my blinds a little more, looking at them and getting their attention. And I really don't want their focus on my window, considering I don't know if they'll be working on any of this through the night. And as most of you know, my bed is right next to my window. So, I'm SOL. Now, I'm sure plenty of you were confused why I was so pissed off last night. Where to begin? Today I've been trying to make a point to my friends by staying out of YTC, like I said I would. Not because I'm angry, but because I want people to think about how they treat others before they open their mouth and say things that they might regret later and reflect badly upon themselves and those around them. If any of you are wondering what YTC is, it's YouTube chat on Stickam, YouTube chat 2.0, live room where many of us host and chat. We've turned it into a chat, not like an actual Stickam chat, but it's actually a live room. And I stumbled upon them back when they actually used to be featured on the front page of Stickam. And that's how I met a lot of my friends I have now over a year ago. And as time went on, there were a couple of attempts at hacking into it and stealing the account, and people just became more secluding, away from like the rest of the members on the site. Less trusting, less accepting of new people, and it's hard to understand why you would do that in a group where you're kind of like based together to welcome new people to come and talk and just generally have a good time and make friends. And unfortunately, that's what YTC has become. We have become exclusive and easily threatened, quick to judge, and ready to, tear someone's jugular out, over something ridiculous. And there are plenty enough other cliques. You guys know who you are on Stickam. And there doesn't need to be this elitism that you're better than others. We're trying to be friends, and if we can't even go live and be featured on the front page, how are we supposed to expect to meet new people and learn new things? I know a lot of people from YouTube that used to actually go into YouTube chat, and I see less now. There's only a handful of us, and only a few people who are new ever come in and actually stick. It's kind of ridiculous. Things need to change. And until people realize that we need to be more welcoming and more kind to others, whether we know them or not, at least give the person a chance to prove they're an asshole. If someone's coming in and asking for help, they're obviously not an idiot. And I mean, they might be, but what I'm saying is, if someone comes in asking for help, especially when it comes to something when they're like in desperation of their health, and all you can do is sit there and ask why, and then tell them they're dumb for doing that. Yeah, I can understand a little bit of chiding, but ripping into a person and like completely disregarding the question at hand when a person's health is at risk is really in poor taste. And I understand a lot of you guys just do what you're thinking is just like being defensive, but when one person jumps to a conclusion, especially my friend pointed this out, and I thank you, Justin, for doing that, is a lot of people have this mob mentality. One person wigs out, and all the other people are apt to behave the same way because they get riled up and they think it's somehow in the right. I'm not sure why. I don't know how that works in human nature, but it happens to just act and to not consider the repercussions of your acts. And, you know, I know a lot of people in YTC are all about, you know, supporting others, you know, and we've had a lot of people that we've known through YouTube and Stickam that have been hurt, who've had suicide attempts. We've had people who have died for reasons, you know, because people have been unaccepting of others and been targeted for no good reason, you know, of hate. And why are you going to add to the hate? Again, why add to the animosity that's already existing? If you can stand up and do something and make an impression on people to show, you know, you have a heart. You're actually not some snobby, disgusting human being that cares nothing but for themselves and their own problems. If you can open your heart to other people, it's one of the most sensational feelings in the world, especially when you can help them. That's all I've ever really done for my friends, is I've always tried to give them 100%. And I don't do it to try to gain popularity or to try to make everyone like me. That's just who I am. I listen to people because I want to hear, I want to learn, I want to see another person's perspective. I help because I know what it's like to feel lost and confused and hurt and angry and, you know, all those feelings when you need someone to rely on and no one's there to listen. Who's going to do it? And how do you expect someone to listen to you when you don't listen to them? I can't understand how people can just blatantly disregard other people's problems because they think their own is greater. And I know this video is getting really long, but I just want to make, you know, this known. I'm not angry at everyone. I was very disappointed. I was very ashamed. I'm not trying to hold a grudge, but the reason why I haven't been in all day, and I probably won't be tonight, I don't know, it depends on how I feel, is that I just want to feel that you guys aren't just like apologizing to anyone to satiate the problem, because it'll only turn into a cycle, a continuous cycle. I want it to feel like you're like understanding where I'm coming from, and that you're thinking about the problem, and that maybe you can take it into consideration, well, maybe this is a better way to act when there's a problem. Sometimes it's hard to think before you speak, but if you make that extra effort, if you make that memo up here, it'll go a long way. And in the end, you might really help someone. I'm going to go. This has gone on long enough. And, yeah. I've run out of things to say, really. You guys know how to find me. I'll be alive off and on and hanging around. Maybe playing games, who knows. But I just want you to know, no matter what, I'm always going to be everyone's friend, and I'll always be there for you guys. And I'm only trying to stand up for what's right. I won't stand by and be quiet and silent and hide like others can do when something wrong is happening. So